Going over to the business blunder of the day, you have the Igloo cooler being recalled, well, even more recalled due to their amputation risk, which a lot of people make fun of Yetis because they're, priced more than a used car. But as far as I know, they haven't taken anyone's fingers off yet. So I gotta give them some credit. Now, this is brought to us thanks to the United States Consumer Product Safety Commission, perhaps the only useful government website. Granted, that bar is quite low. And they say, quote, Igloo expands recall of 90 quart rolling coolers due to fingertip amputation and crashing hazards. Total recall now nearly 1.2 million units. Jeez Louise. And here you can see that cliche Igloo cooler. This one is a gray body with some black wheels. Looks like you got a blue lid on there and a little white trim. It's like car fancy with all those multicolors. That is top drawer, as they would say. Now, geez, I can't believe they messed up this many coolers. Now, they note that about 130,000 additional coolers, in addition to 20,000 in Canada, and more than 1 million Igloo coolers were previously called in February 2025. And they say that, quote, the date manufactured imprinted on the bottom so you can tell if you're impacted by it. The recall numbers and model numbers on the bottom of the cooler are 34692, 34785, 34790. Now they note that the recalled coolers have a tow handle and Igloo printed on the side of the coolers. They're sold in multiple body and light combinations. And they also, in terms of the instance, they've had more than a couple. And I should say consumers should immediately stop using the recalled coolers and contact Igloo for a free replacement handle. Now, specifically, unfortunately, they've had, issues. So since the recall was announced in February 2025, they've received 78 reports of fingertip injuries, including, geez Louise, cover your ears if you have kids listening to this. They've had 26 incidents resulting in fingertip amputations, bone fractures, or lacerations. It's not great. Say these are sold at darn near everywhere, but Costco, Target, Academy Sports, Dick's, and other stores nationwide, including Amazon.com, igloocoolers.com, and other websites from January 2019 to January 2025. And I guess I can't complain too much relatively to the price because Yetis are like $400, $500, $600 plus. But these are sold for between $80 and $140. And fortunately, it looks like they're a great Texas company. That's embarrassing. Recall number 25-253. And I don't know how you mess up such a simple rudimentary thing as a handle. But yeah, it turns out there's been all those incidents. And people already make fun of Igloo. They're kind of one of those, it's kind of a staple of the, I guess you could call it the cooler community, if that is a thing. Like as a kid, there's always Igloo coolers. They weren't this expensive. But these days usually get made fun of because, they're not the fancy bougie Yeti, one of those fancy other ones like the Arctics. So they have a recall where people are already making fun of you for being an inferior product. In this case, not just inferior, but a deadly, well, not deadly, but, a severe hazardous product. Gotta say, Igloo, you are certainly the business blunder of the day. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.